Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles and beyond at this amazing point in human history. For those of you that saw this week's invitation, which I did not pull up on my screen today, once again, I'm feeling the urge to share what I put. It's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Once again, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about with our invitations, these are created once a week. They usually go out on Monday for the week's upcoming broadcasts. And it's always something amazing. It's always divinely inspired. I'm the one behind the scenes, but it's always inspired. And once again, it's my great privilege and honor to welcome you all. And I'm just going to start off. Didn't used to do this, but I'm just going to start off with this amazing message from Elder Kai. It's called Words from Angels. Beloved friends of Earth, I speak to you from my own soul as I represent all higher beings. You are of the creation that allows light to move and create on Earth. Relax, as there are only moments left in the density of your current awareness. Allow me to calm your mind with words from angels. Pleiadian souls and all Elohim races reach out to you now with love. We come not from above you, but alongside you. We are here to assist, comfort, and remind you of all that you left behind. You have endured many storms as the soul became even more resilient. You never gave up, and you are here to enjoy the experience of the ages. The shift is imminent. It is no small thing that you experience heartache and grief. It is not small that you have suffered loss and witnessed illness within your earth families. This took courage, and we honor your endeavors. We teach you to transcend your perspective to spirit. Rest is not failure, and detachment is not weakness. Take care of your body and state of mind, and you will find peace within chaos. Rise above it all. Set boundaries and operate as the soul. Allow compassion, but preserve your own energy. You desire the healing of another, but you are only able to heal yourself. From this place, you may reach outward and assist. Never move from a broken vessel. There is nothing to offer until you experience healing within your own state of being. Beloved souls, you need not strive to become anything, for you are everything you desire. Become whole and productive with the plan made in origin. Speak and believe, and it shall be. You are the angels spoken about in ancient dreams. You are the healers and the light bringers of all stories told. You carry divinity within your souls. I am with you, and I love you as children. You have forgotten my pledge to see you through to the beginning of your new life. Remember it now. We rise as one light. Eniki mai ia, I love you so. Elder Akai, Chief Commander, Galactic Federation. So there have been more people tuning in, I've noticed, to our YouTube channel. Some don't know what to make of these words. Some see us for who we are. And I thank you all for your acknowledgement. But more importantly, the only reason we sit here in front of this camera every week is to share our love, to offer the comfort and support that each and every one of us has to offer. Each and every one of us here at the Advancement Center is absolutely unique. And it's really quite magical to see everyone's presentations. Currently, it's just myself on usually Tuesdays, and David Best on Mondays and Fridays, and Adrian Ertz from Scotland on Saturdays. Barbara is taking a break. There's many more of us here, but we're the only ones currently in front of this camera. Thank you, Robert Young, who put us here. But it's become such an honor and a pleasure and an experience beyond what I can put into words. The support that I personally feel when I sit here is so immense. I used to be absolutely ridiculously shy as a young child. And in my young adult life, I jumped into a profession that was actually frightening to me because I was so shy. I was so afraid to speak in front of more than one person. As soon as it was 2 or 3 or more people, I was really strange. It was frightening. I don't know why. I don't know where that originates from, because I had it since I was very young here on planet Earth. But this experience of sitting here and speaking to you is something completely different. It is this almost instant connection that happens. I'll speak for myself, but when I sit here in front of this computer screen, this really powerful connection, it's just like something just kind of locks into place. And as I said before, there's a lot of support, seen and unseen, behind these transmissions. But the words, whether I'm sharing them from what appears to be another source, or whether I'm just speaking them through this connection, they're not of the mind. They're not of how we're trained when we come here to planet Earth. We come in our pure form and state. We remember for a moment who we are, and then we forget. And then the process happens of programming. I won't go into all of that. So many of us learn to communicate as we're taught or trained. And what's so beautiful about this, to which I've just been speaking, it's none of that. It doesn't come from the brain. It doesn't come from what we've been trained or taught. That's why some people, I think, that show up here don't know what to make of it, especially when it's me here in front of the camera, because it can be foreign to probably most on planet Earth. But the awareness and the ability for more and more people to see, to hear, to know in their own being, not filtered through this earth-trained brain. It's increasing. So all of you, or any of you who are drawn to our channel and are watching, I just want to extend the biggest and warmest welcome to all of you. One of the most beautiful things for me about this experience and this whole experience, the waking dream here on planet Earth, is the amazing beings that are here. There are so many amazing beings. I'm referring mostly to the ones here and that appear as humans in physical form. There are many more. I happen to have an amazing affinity with animals, whether domestic or wild. They're all these amazing beings, and they're so unique. Each and every one is so beautiful in their own right, and it's the beauty that I respond to is the beauty of the essence of the being, and it comes out through everyone's face, through their eyes. For me, I've always been extraordinarily energetically sensitive. So that's maybe one of the first things that I pick up. It's pretty instantaneous for me. My level of sensitivity is, I think I've spoken about this before, is sometimes it feels like a blessing and many times it feels like a curse because I feel so much, even with animals, especially with animals. The thing about animals that's so much fun for me is there are no filters. As I love that one of the things that Robert reminded me of or reopened my awareness to is they have no filters. And so many times, if I've been around an animal that's been injured, and my instinct and impulse is to put my hand on the animal, every time this has happened, they receive me immediately. It almost makes me cry. It's so beautiful because I feel not only are they receiving my healing, I also have always felt their immense appreciation for my showing up for them. And I see things and I feel things, mostly when other people don't. I could go down a whole list of things that have happened in my life where I've got someone walking down the street right next to me or whatever it may be, and they're completely oblivious to what's going on. So it's saved me many times, and the friend or friends I've been with, as far as the little flag that goes up to say danger, it's just, it's not anything that my humanness reacts to. It's something where don't know what to call it, my being, my true being that's way beyond this physical body, picks something up, and I instantly go into another place of doing what needs to be done. It's without thought. It's too quick for thought. A version of that happened here, believe it or not, in this beautiful country setting where someone has turned their home just across the street from us here into an Airbnb. And recently it's been attracting some not so great people. So I found myself in that situation just yesterday of acting from this place of, it's to be simple about it, it's just a place of like putting up your hand and saying, stop, this is not okay. That's the simplicity of that. But then it's done. It's not even in the human sense, it's not even an emotional experience. It's simply it's very matter of fact for me. I receive a signal and I respond, and sometimes it can go on for a while if it's something that requires communication with humans, which can be really interesting sometimes. But anyway, it was very satisfying just to be able to feel the freedom to just do what it is that I do and use the gifts that I have, even though many times in my lifetime I have been received such not great feedback. Just to give an example of what I'm speaking about, when I was very young, I was in college at UC Berkeley and living with a friend. And we just went out to dinner late one night in downtown Berkeley. And neither of us had our cars at the moment. They were both in the shop at the same time, which was really strange. We didn't live far away, but this was downtown and it was late at night by the time we left. And a whole thing happened with someone that I felt immediately something was wrong. We walked by this gentleman and it was dark. It was almost midnight. And we were just about to turn and walk down our darker street from the main street. And I grabbed my girlfriend and I just said, wait. And she was oblivious to anything going on. Anyway, this gentleman was following us and I just marched us right back to the restaurant we were in, which was closing. So I took us to the restaurant a couple doors down, which was getting ready to close. And when I called the police, it was actually a female that answered. I don't think this happens too often with male dispatchers. It's just usually females. Don't know what that is. But the way I was treated, kind of like I was a crazy person to say there's someone following us and we need your help. Thank God the cops did show up just at the right moment as we were getting kicked out of the restaurant we were waiting in. Who not only, before he escorted us home, they had actually found this person who was with another person just a half a block away from our apartment. And they ended up arresting the one that I had a bad feeling about. I won't go into more detail than that. What I'm saying is this continues, this human response when I know something is off. And I'm always so surprised when I share it with whoever, whether it's a sheriff's office or whether it's an Airbnb person or whatever. But I've had to live with that, just not being seen by day-to-day people here on Earth. I have no idea where I shared that story other than it's just things come in as they're meant to come in. So these amazing things that I share with you, especially from Elder Kai, from all of these members of the Galactic Federation that I have been sharing over the last few months, the resonance that I feel when this information comes my way is enormous. There's not a doubt in my mind, since that's where doubt seems to come from, that this is all absolutely true for me. So for any and all watching who are in doubt, it's okay. You don't have to take my word for anything. But I'm here to share my truth, my wisdom, my knowing, my experiences. You can do with them what you like. My only intention here ever is to share the beauty of everything here and more. And hopefully, if I can, for one person, for one moment, offer something that causes a spark for you to remember something that you know, to perhaps experience something about your own self that's been hidden from you. Perhaps it's a gift that you didn't know you had, or you were put down for it. know that you are seen. You know who you are. You are loved beyond measure. The support is endless. There is no reason to fear anything. Me here in this human form, however, trust me, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my moments. So it's an ongoing experience. It's an ongoing opportunity to live and grow from our experiences. Because it won't be long before this human experience for many of us changes in an amazing way. And the partying and the dancing and the laughter and the joy, I can feel it. I've actually felt it for quite a while, but it is growing stronger by the moment. So I hope you really do take this message to heart. Perhaps I'll share the link at the bottom of this YouTube when this broadcast ends for any of you that want to see that don't receive our invitations. If you'd like to receive those invitations, right down here at the bottom of this YouTube, as well as a place where you are always free to donate, because everything we do here is free. The hours and hours that go into some of what happens here. And yes. So that's all for today, folks. It's just such an honor to be with you. It's a gorgeous day here where I am. We've had a lot of storms and rain and snow and weather, and today it's absolutely beautiful. So from this beautiful place, inside and out, above and below, I want to wish each and every one of you the most perfect life with perfect health and the most magic future you can ever imagine. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Genya.